Hey guys, this is an important update from SGT Report. I want to talk about this Dallas shooting again. Last night we heard reports of multiple shooters. In fact, we heard reports that 3 suspects were in custody, and now of course today we see from CBS New York, Dallas shooting suspect acted alone, sources say. What sources? What happened to those 3 suspects? What happened to the news of the people that were followed in the Mercedes, the black Mercedes, and then apprehended? And explain this video. Here's video of a shooter on the ground.
There you see, this could be, here comes someone running up, shots are fired, he comes around the pillar.
Yes, it's obvious that the person who was shot in this instance, there's still shots going on, was unaware that the other person was there at that time. We don't know if one of these people is going to be a police officer. It's not unusual in a situation like this for a major event.
Apparently killing a police officer, and then this very similar video
somebody then he
of a police officer falling. Looks like the same place and time, really, and no suspect chasing him down.
To that pillar to the right.
Clearly, the video that shows a suspect chasing a police officer and shooting him, and potentially, I guess, killing him, is a second suspect. Because, by all accounts, the other shooting that was happening was from a sniper. So you can't have it both ways. Was it a sniper or was it one guy on the ground? Was it one Dallas shooting suspect acting alone, as of course now the powers that be are saying? Or is it multiple suspects? Again, this happens every single time there's one of these events. Look at Sandy Hook. Men in camouflage pants fleeing the scene. Ignore it. Look at the San Bernardino attacks. Witnesses on the ground reporting 3 men in fatigues fleeing the scene at a high rate of speed.
Where I was at right here, we seen there was 3 white men in military fatigues taking off.
What were they driving?
It was a black Impala, like SUV, or yeah.
You think that they might have been the shooters?
Yeah, the way they were driving, yeah.
Mainstream media ignores it. The mainstream Mockingbird media is clearly in on these federal acts of terror. They're in on the narrative, building the narrative, maintaining the narrative, and covering up the truth. That's why we in the alt media exist. And I would advise each and every one of you to keep your eyes on the alt media for the truth of what's going on. And you can start with this piece from Jay Dyer, dissecting the Fed's agitation propaganda, the Dallas shooting, snipers, Gladio terror, drills, and of course, suspicious details. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. They're coming after the Second Amendment. They're coming after our guns. It couldn't be more clear. They're not going to stop until they get the American people to say, sure, take our guns and make the terror stop. The problem is that terror is being fomented by federal agencies. The terror is never going to stop. Once we lose our guns, it's checkmate by the New World Order.
I think the answers are here in front of us now. It's just a question of our will and our courage.
It's our courage. We just need courage to ban guns. We need courage to destroy the Second Amendment. We just need courage to strip the lawful ownership of guns from the American citizens, is what she thinks. That's at least the story she's pitching and the narrative she's weaving on Mockingbird mainstream media CNN.
You ask yourself how much blood has to be spilled and to change your mind, and it seems like we haven't reached that point.
Well, for people to at least work together.
Well, working together is also changing some minds, right? There are some minds that just refuse to be changed on these particular kinds of issues.
CNN is truly the CIA mainstream Mockingbird media.